everybody. Thanks for joining me this morning for noontime. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a little miniature rain stick. It would have been better if I would have had a paper towel roll, but I do not have a paper towel roll, but this will work just fine. I just like paper towel rolls because they last longer, you know, like it's a longer tube to make the noise, but or you could just use it as a shaker, you know. Anyway, you're going to need a paper towel tube or a toilet paper roll. I had a paper towel and I cut it in half so that I could make an example too. You're also going to need, I would say 3 pipe cleaners, 2 or 3. And then you're going to need scissors and paint of your choice. You're going to need a paintbrush. I would suggest acrylic paint because it'll dry relatively quickly. You're going to need rice or some beans, uncooked. And that's what makes the noise right there. And then, did I say scissors? And you're also going to need some yarn or string and a paper bag. I had this craft paper already, so I didn't have a paper bag, but this works. And then, like I said, you're going to need your yarn, right? Okay. And then, what else? Oh, you're also going to need like some sort of rubber band or hair ties or something like that. I have these little teeny tiny hair bands like this that I'm going to use for mine, and I used 4. If you're using like just a regular hair tie or a regular size rubber band, you only need 1 of those. But if you have if you only have these available, you need 2 for each side, okay? And so let's get started. So first things first, if you have a paper towel roll, you want to cut this in half, right? Okay. Sorry, had to fix that. If you have a paper towel roll, you want to cut it in half. I already have mine. I'm going to just call it a toilet paper tube because that's about the size of it. Okay, and then the next step is you want to decorate your tube that you have. So you want to color or paint your tube, right? So we're going to put all this aside for a second. I'm going to leave my rice there. And don't forget, you're also going to need a paint rag. You're also going to need a paint rag, a water pail, and some brushes. I don't know if I said that. Anyway, I have my paint pail right here, along with my paint rag, which is on the side of my cart. Okay, so the first things first, you want to decorate it. So you're going to paint it however you want, decorate it however you want. If you wanted, you could draw on your decoration first and then do the other. That's up to you. Okay. Okay, sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. Yeah, okay, so do your decoration first. I'm losing my train of thought here. So I'm going to just pick some colors and do some. With this one, I did like, I don't know, I kind of made it look like candy because I thought that was kind of cute, right? But you could do it however you want. You could put animals on it. You could do whatever you want to make your little rain stick look super cute. So just paint it however, put polka dots on it, lines, make it look like wood, whatever it is you want to do to make it look great. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to start decorating my rain stick here. So I'm just going to put some little lines on it. Now, don't do your paint thick because if you do your paint thick, then it's going to take forever to dry. So like some of these, if you look, some of it looks kind of thick. I don't want it that thick because I want it to dry. Also, I don't pour my paint onto a palette when I'm doing little projects because it's really not needed. That's just a waste of paint. I just like to, kind of just a little bit. And if you see any extra on there, take it off, all right? So just wipe it off. You don't need a whole lot. Okay. this will be cute. This kind of looks like wood. I think I'll make like a little wood one this time. But, you know, with pink. Because I like pink. You know. Okay, and it doesn't matter if you go all the way up because that's going to be covered anyway, right? Right. Okay, so there's that part. And rinse my brush out, and I'm going to get a different color. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to dry. Also, if it does take a considerable time to dry, you can always use a hair dryer to dry it that way too, right? Alright, so I'll just add some little white ones here. You can't. Okay, there we go. For some reason, the lighting is just, I don't even know. Maybe I need to zoom up on myself a little more. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll zoom up. I'll zoom up so you can see me. Right? Sorry. All right. Is that, oh, that's way better. That's way better. Okay. So then zoom up on it. There we go. And then just, you know, paint your design on however you want. I always forget that I have the zoom option, and then I just forget to zoom up sometimes. There we go. Maybe I'll put a knot hole in there or something, add a little extra stuff. Okay, we'll do some green. I like green. I like this craft paint. Okay. I have this thing for drawing wood grain that I like to draw wood grain a lot actually and paint it. Sometimes I used to a long time ago. I still do, but not as frequently as I used to. I used to use wood, still do, as my canvas, and I would incorporate the wood grains in with the art because I always thought that the wood grains, I think that wood is really beautiful, and so I never wanted to cover it up. When I was a kid, I used to look at my grandma's faux wood paneling and think to myself that it was really beautiful, and I wonder if anybody had ever, you know, made art with just the wood grains, because to me, I always saw pictures in it. I don't know if you're one of those people, but I used to see pictures in the wood grains and the faux wood grains. I never realized that an actual artist, you know, had to design that wood grain, that faux wood grain. And then when I got older, I started kind of working with wood grains because I thought it was so pretty. Learned a lot about wood grains in the process, about depending on how you cut the piece of wood or the log, that will depend on the type of wood grain that you get. So like when you see tiger wood, that's not what it looks like inside the tree. It depends on how they cut that slice of wood to make it look like that, which I think is really pretty. Just a little thing about wood grains. Since I'm painting, I thought I would share. All right, so this is what I made. I made like a little faux wood grain on my toilet paper tube. All right. There's that. Okay, so now I have my painting stuff done, right? Painting is done. I'm going to put those aside. If you want to do more painting, feel free to do more painting. Okay, and then the next step, see, mine's already kind of drying. If you don't put it on thick, it dries pretty quickly, you know, which is a good thing. Okay, and now, okay, now is this part, all right? So now you're going to take your pipe cleaners, all right, and you're going to wrap the pipe cleaner around your finger, and you want to do this to all three of them, okay? Around your finger or around something that makes it kind of squirrely looking, you know, gives it a little spiral effect or whatever. You could probably even do zigzags, I bet. Like you could probably do something like this, but it would have to be small enough to fit inside your tube, right? So I'm going to do a zigzag because I didn't do a zigzag on the other one. For those of you just joining, we're making these little small rain sticks. Rain sticks are fun. They make really good musical instruments too. Alright, so just shape your pipe cleaners however you want. I'll do a zig on this one and a little spiral on this one. And I think I'm going to do a third one. Third one, I'll probably do a spiral on that one too, or something like it. This gives it like a, kind of like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Just like a course. Like a course for an obstacle course for your beans or your rice or a combination of both to go through, and that's what makes it give it that, sorry about the noise, I'm right next to a window. That's what gives it that rain effect, kind of. Okay, so once you have those done, we're going to put those aside, and you're going to take your paper bag that you're supposed to have, and you want to cut either a square or a circle, something that's going to fit on top of this and kind of hang over, right? So you want to, I'm going to cut a circle, but if you just want to cut a square, that's up to you. You could do that, but I'm going to do a circle. The circle, and then you're going to take it. Now I think I have that too big, so I'm going to make mine just a little smaller. And we're going to do the one side first here so we can stick our little pipe cleaner obstacle course in for our rice or beans, right? All right, so then you're going to place that on top and you're going to squish it down, right? Now, depending on, you know, what you have, if you have regular hair ties or rubber bands or whatever, I have, like I was saying, I have only these little teeny tiny hair ties, and that's okay. You're going to place that right over the top of your tube and over the paper. So that's how it should look. Now, since I only have one, these are kind of thin and flimsy, so I'm going to add another one because sometimes they break on me. So just in case one breaks, I'm going to put an extra one on. So in case it breaks, you don't have rice or beans flying everywhere, right? All right, now once you have that done, the next step is to add your obstacle course into your soon-to-be rain sticks. So you just want to place them in however you want, right? Just figure out how to put them in there, squish them in. You don't want to squish too hard, kind of turn a little bit so it kind of works its way in there with the other one, you know? And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So this one I got so far. Looks like a pretty good obstacle course to me for your rice or beans. Push it in, twist, twist. All right, and that's what I got. And I don't think that it's probably not all the way down in there. It's not. So I'm going to twist a little more. If you need to, you could pull them out just to get it where you want it. There, now it's starting to do what it's supposed to do. All right, and just push them down in there. Make sure that they're down in there, okay? There you go. All right, then once you have them all down in there, the next step is to add your rice or beans or both, whatever you have. So just kind of, but you don't want too much. If you have too much in there, it's not going to sound right. I think maybe I had too much in this one. If you, look, if you don't like the way, yeah, that might be a little better. You can figure out how it sounds by kind of flipping it over a little bit. I like this obstacle course. I like that I did the zigzags. On the other one, I did not do zigzags. I just did spirals. And I don't really like that one as much. All right. That's all the rice I'm going to put in. I did not have beans, so that's how I'm going to do that. Then the next step is you're going to add another piece of paper just like this one to this side, okay? That's the next step. So cut a rounded or square piece of paper, whichever you prefer, right? Okay, and then we're going to stick that one on there. I think I might have it a little too big. No, that's okay. I'm all right with that. Put it on there. Remember, if you're doing the little teeny tiny hair ties, add 2, not 1, because sometimes they like to break. Mine are the little chintzy ones, so sometimes they break in my hair, so I'm going to add 2 so I don't have rice all over the place, right? There we go. If you want, you can mess with the outside of it a little bit, you know. Fold it up, whatever. It's up to you. All right. This one sounds a little better because it's hitting more things. I think maybe that mine might have sounded a little better had I had beans in it. But, you know, you could use these as a little music makers or whatever. Do it slow. It's supposed to emulate rain. The taller the tube, I think, the better it is, right? Oh, also the next step is to add your yarn onto it to make it look like this. So the next step is to grab yarn, whatever color you have. I just so happen to have pink because, you know, I say it almost every video, pink is my favorite, especially hot pink, right? So just grab your yarn and then you're going to tie it around the top of this, okay? So grab this and tie it around, double knot it on there. And if you find that you don't like the amount of rice or beans that you have in there, you could just slide this off, redo it, no big deal. It's not going to hurt anything to tie this on and then take it off because it could be replaced. I replaced this one 3 times. I had to keep doing it because I didn't like the way it sounded. There's one. There's my other side. And then if you don't like the length of the string, you can cut the length of the string off. Just tie that. And then mine are too long, so I'm going to cut some of it off. And I have another set of string, another piece of string that I'm going to add because I like to have 2 colors, not one. So I'm going to add my other color onto it. And that is basically how you make a rain stick. And I used to go to like music stores and stuff when I was younger. My dad used to go to music stores and they used to have all of these different musical instruments, and one of the musical instruments they had was a rain stick, and I always liked picking that up and messing around with it because it just sounds so pretty. And the sound of rain is pretty to me. I love the sound of rain. Did you know, like when after it rains and you walk outside and you smell the earth and it smells like that really fresh smell after the rain? That has a name for it, that fresh smell. It's called petrichor. Petrichor is one of my favorite words. Just thought I'd share. I love petrichor. It smells so nice when you walk out and smell that freshness of the earth, right? Right. Okay, so this is what we made today. We made these rain sticks, and they're a lot of fun. I personally think that you should use a bigger tube if you're going to do it. And I personally would have, if I would have had beans, I would have added beans and rice to it. That way it gives it a little bit of a different sound with it. But I mean, all in all, not bad for you to play around with, you know? Walk around the house, right? You could even use them as maracas if you wanted. Sounds pretty cool. So anyway, that's how you make a little makeshift rain stick. And if you all want to join me again tonight, I'll be doing a more adult-driven class tonight at 7 o'clock. So meet me here again. And if you want any information on City Museum, when we're opening, how to buy tickets, how to do reservations, you can find that out on citymuseum.org. And follow us on this page at City Museum St. Louis Facebook page. And as always, thanks for joining me to make an awesome little project and have fun creating memories. And I'll see you tonight at 7 o'clock. Bye!